your shame, you know you wear it inside. Run away with all your lies, run away in your disguise, you know you don't fool me. You blame me for your boredom, you blame me for your pain.
Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Paul Mash TV. Brand new episode here. I'm Paul Mash, of course. And want to thank you for all the support you've given us all this time. And we enjoy hearing from you. And if you haven't had a chance to voice your opinion yet on the show, one way or the other, or if you're a fan and or a band wanting to be on the show, just email us at capital P, lowercase MASHTV, all one word, at gmail.com. And we'll send you all the info you want. And there's also Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV. And be sure to like the page, join in on the conversations, and even inbox us there. And we'll be happy to hear from you. And of course, there's Instagram as well, instagram.com/PaulMashTV official. And be sure to follow us on that. And if you're watching this right now on YouTube, we want to appreciate that, and be sure to subscribe right there. There's that subscribe button there. Just click that and keep up with all the latest episodes. And whenever new ones come, and you can even watch our history of episodes. So we hope that you'll do that for us. And if you miss any of that, don't worry about it. We have a closing credit screen later on in the show, and we'll repeat all that for you. So stay tuned for that. Right now we have Kelli Lewis, a bluegrass country singer with the Smith Sisters Bluegrass Band. And she's obviously another talented musician, just like all of us here that we have on the show. And I think you're really going to like the song at the end. So without further ado, let's go to that interview. But first, let's have a word from Click Jam.
Whenever it's time to gas up, always keep in mind to dream big and go hard. Log on to clickjam.com and sign up today. And hey, you can always count on us. clickjam.com.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the interview section of our show. And with us we have Kelli Lewis from Laguna Beach, California. Thanks for joining us, Kelli.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, we're glad to have you today. And first of all, before I ask my usual questions, I want to ask you. You were just telling me that you're on the Grammy nominating committee. Is that what you were telling me?
Actually, no. Sorry, I'm going to correct you. It's I am a Grammy voting member.
A voting member, okay.
Yeah, and so basically what that means is that when the Grammys come, I am one of the people that vote for who gets nominations. So, there's thousands of us, but you have to be a musician, and there's certain requirements to become a voting member, but I am one. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And well, actually, our music was on the first round ballot for last year, the year before, and the year before that. So the last 3 years, our music's made it to the ballot. It didn't receive a nomination. I just want to make sure everybody's clear on that. It just made it to the ballot, which is still a big honor because thousands of submissions are made to the Grammys to be considered. So that we made it on the ballot's a big deal. So anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, the usual question I ask around here is usually, because everybody has their own story, obviously. Maybe you could tell me a little bit about why you decided to become a musician. I mean, did you kind of fall into it, or have you always been involved in music since you were a child? I mean, everybody has their own story, like I said, so let's hear your story.
Okay. So I come from a family of 4 kids, and our parents, our dad was a singer. He was actually an award-winning singer back in the 50s. And he was on TV and radio and, everything. And so he and my mom, my mom was a dancer. They met in New York, and they they both really instilled music and entertainment in us. And so, you know, I started singing at like the age of 5. And my sister and I started singing together professionally when I was in college age. And so then we've been singing ever since. We've done all kinds of music, but recently our dad had passed away, and a couple of years ago, sadly, yeah. And so right before he did, we went to this farmer's market, and he goes, we need he said, you should take your original music and put it to bluegrass, because, you know, I told him what the instruments were that I was hearing and everything. And when we were at this farmer's market, we were sitting there listening to a bluegrass group, and they were really fun. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like this light went on in my head. Yeah, maybe we should try bluegrass, because I always thought it was kind of country, and but you know, bluegrass. So our dad passed away. As soon as he did, we were in a group. I'm kind of going backwards, but we were in a group that was called Boys and the Bees. It's a swing band, and it was a group that I formed with my sister and another girl, and we do swing music. Well, when my dad suggested that we, you know, do this bluegrass thing, it was like, oh my gosh, my music is like, you know, my originals are like perfect for bluegrass. So he passes away. My sister and I ended up putting this group together, and our maiden name is Smith. So we decided to call it Smith Sisters Bluegrass. And so that's when that formed. We put together a CD in honor of our dad, and actually I have it right here. It's called, see, it says Boys and the Bees on it. And it's called Shoe Tree. Here, I'll put that right up there. So anyway, so there's that one. And then you know, we ended up discovering, obviously, that it was being played like all over the world on different radio stations, and, you know, from, I mean, everywhere. Greece even, you know, Switzerland to Australia. The UK really ate it up. And so we're like, wow, okay, our dad was right. You know, he was really on to something, you know, which, you know, he was so awesome as a musician. So we ended up deciding to do another recording, and we made that one in honor of our mom. And all the songs on these CDs are inspired by our family. We have some crazy fun stories, so you'll notice it's not your typical music. It's fun to listen to, at least I think. So, and then that one is called Mama, and that's this one. Is it okay I'm doing this? I thought I'd show you. This one now is under Smith Sisters Bluegrass. So that's who we are and what we do, and it's a lot of fun. Our music's a lot of fun, and people seem to enjoy it. So,
yeah, and of course I've heard some of your songs too, and from the Smith Sisters, and they're pretty good. So, and I think people out there will enjoy that in just a few minutes. But how many CDs, you were just talking about that a second ago, how many CDs do you have altogether now? Is it like 4 or 5? Or?
Well, we have 4. We have 3 under the name of Boys and the Bees, and 2 of them are swing. So this one's the duo, which is really, I mean, we're doing both of these groups still, but the bluegrass one is really kind of the one that's like taken off. And we're actually going to be going, we just finished a single, which I think you're going to play the video to later or something. But that one is actually more of like a public service announcement in song. I suffer from depression, which you would never really know because I'm, you know, pretty upbeat and everything. But sometimes I get really depressed. So I ended up writing this song, and I thought, God, I just really want to make a difference. You know, I want it to, you know, to share with people that there's hope, and that, you know, even if you feel really, really down, that something great can come. And so that's why we released this one song, and our PR person, his name is kickingeagle.com. Anyway, he basically said, you know what, you should turn this into a public service announcement. So our video has a contact number for anybody that, for suicide prevention and things like that. Fortunately, I was not to that degree, but, I did feel very depressed, but I thought, all these experiences that I've gone through are things that others could relate to. So that's why I ended up putting the song together. And so now it was just released yesterday, and I'm so thankful that you're playing it. And I hope people, your followers and such, that they share it with others, on Facebook or whatever, because it really can save a life, I believe. So.
Yeah, that's and like I said, that's another song I listened to recently, and of course, as I said earlier, that is a good song that helps you through the anti-suicide to contact them or whatever, so you don't get to that way. So that's a good song, and I'm glad that people like you do songs like that, because there's a lot of people that are just like you, and they really need the help, and it really helps them to encourage them. So.
Yeah, the percentage is really, really high. I mean, everybody suffers some form of depression, even if it's just a little bit. So if this song can help someone, I totally want it to. I mean, honestly, that's the reason why I released this one, is to help someone that felt as sad as I did, and to know that tomorrow's a new day, that there's always hope. So, yeah.
Okay. And just a little bit ago, we were talking about that your group is kind of like a bluegrass thing. Do you have influences in bluegrass, or is it just about any kind of country type of style? Or maybe you can talk about some of the celebrities that motivated you or whatever.
Okay. Well, I don't know if Johnny Cash is really, I don't think he's bluegrass, but Johnny Cash is like a huge one. And Dolly Parton, love her. Rhonda Vincent, love her. The Quavy sisters, love them. Again, I'm to put them in a box and say that they're bluegrass, I'm not sure that they are, but probably more country. Rhonda Vincent, though, is definitely bluegrass.
Yeah.
So those are some people that definitely influence me. Loretta Lynn,
Right.
So, yeah. Elvis Presley. I mean, there's a couple songs. One's written about, the song that you're going to play is like completely different from our other music. But there's a song about Priscilla Presley, my mom meeting her and not knowing who she was. And it's a fun story. And then another song about Elvis Presley. It's called Elvis on the Jukebox. And that was about a haunted jukebox that kind of turned itself on. And that's another really fun story. So there's videos and all that on YouTube and on our YouTube channel. By the way, we are Smith Sisters Bluegrass.com. There is another Smith Sisters. We're not them. So if you want to hear us, make sure you have Smith Sisters Bluegrass.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's about all we needed, Kelly, and I appreciate your time, and we'd love to have you back sometime if you ever have anything new to plug, and maybe we'll have you back sometime.
Sure thing. Thank you. And we are actually going to be recording in April another EP, and it's got 3 of my originals and 3 of another awesome writer's. His name is Kicking Eagle. Music. So they're very cohesive, and we're super excited. He's been holding on to these songs for many years. He wrote them a long time ago, and we're so honored and blessed that he wants us to perform them, or record them. So anyway, I want to thank you for having us on today, and I hope that this video will help someone.
Yeah, I'm sure they will, and especially after they watch the video, which is coming up, and it's called Something Good Around the Bend. And like I said, I like the video, and I'm sure you will too. So let's get right to it. Here's Something Around the Bend from the Smith Sisters Bluegrass, is it, or just Smith Sisters?
Yeah, Smith Sisters Bluegrass.
Okay, and we'll play that right now for you, so stay tuned.
Lost my love and my house,
My job, my best friend. I know it's turning round. Something good round the bend. Tables turn, winds a change. My heart, it's gonna mend. Something good round the corner. This pain about to end. When I wake up in the morning and my feet hit the floor, I say a little prayer. Thank you, dear Lord. Lost my love and my house, my job, my best friend. I know it's turning round. Something good round the bend. Tables turn, winds a change. My heart, it's gonna mend. Something good round the corner. This pain about to end.